more Teddy Roosevelt.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Be ready.
This message is for all Americans that owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS.
Call the number on your screen now and we will contact the IRS on your behalf, help you end wage garnishments, stop collection calls, remove tax liens, get rid of IRS and state tax penalties, and reduce the amount you owe if you qualify.
Let us take the stress of back taxes and the IRS off your shoulders so you can spend time on the important things in your life, like your family or your business. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, call now and find out how we can help you.
People tell me stories without saying one word. So I listen. Then I give it back. What are you chasing? Hennessy. Never stop, never settle.
A confederation on the edge of battle. A journey across difficult obstacles along the way. And the World Cup as its final objective. CONCACAF World Cup.
Look around. There's a brilliant world at your fingertips. And only Optimum is changing the way you connect to it. Adding new Wi-Fi hotspots every day. Constantly testing and improving speeds. And responding to changing demands. All so you can experience this.
It's out in the street.
Only Optimum connects you to what you really want. Optimum. Let's connect more.
Hey, New Jersey, have I got great news for you. We now have 3 great locations and 1 low price. Route 46 Nissan in Totowa, Edison Nissan in Edison, and Route 33 Nissan in Hamilton now gives you the power of 3. You can now save up to $7,500 on vehicles like the Altima, Rogue, Pathfinder, Maxima, and Sentra. So what does the power of 3 Nissan dealerships mean for you? Great selection, great service, great savings. Route 33 Nissan, Edison Nissan, Route 46 Nissan, where we always make buying fun and easy.
Bean Sports.
Your Express Halftime Show brought to you by the newly redesigned Volkswagen Passat. Terry Lee here for you at halftime between Sporting Gijón and Barcelona, and Messi surpassing 300 La Liga goals with the first half brace. It's 2-1 for the visiting side. We'll review the highlights shortly. Later tonight, this game is going to be broken down and analyzed with Jeremy St. Louis, your host of The Extra. Tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Please do not miss that. All kinds of good stuff on the show tonight, as well as Champions League highlights as well. That's happening this afternoon all across Europe as well. We are going to get you to your first half highlights between Sporting and Barcelona. Remember, 5 second half goals were scored on the weekend by Barcelona, so expect some more excitement in the second half.
It's your business. You want to promote it, and we want to give you the flyers and postcards to do just that. Then you decide to say a little or a lot. Show them off. Hand them over. Hang them up. Mail them out. Scale them up. Shrink them down. Or something in between. Whatever you want, you make the call. And at Vistaprint, we're here to make sure it's an easy one. With the right sizes and paper stocks, our simple design studio, and help if you need it. Plus, it's all guaranteed. The paper, the printing, even your design. Start today with 500 postcards starting at just $24.99 when you enter the promo code POSTCARDS at Vistaprint.com. And promote your business the way you want.
Para lograr una rutina que trabaje todo el cuerpo, necesitas combinar cardio con ejercicios de pesas y pasarte horas en el gimnasio. Ahora, combina ejercicio cardio quema grasa con tonificación muscular. Es Maxi Climber, la extraordinaria innovación en fitness que trabaja la parte superior de tu cuerpo, tus piernas y glúteos, tu torso y abdomen, sometiéndote a un ejercicio intenso en un mínimo de tiempo, a la hora que tú puedas y en la comodidad de tu hogar. Estudios comprueban que con Maxi Climber quemas más calorías que con la caminadora. Fácil de armar y fácil de guardar. Su altura ajustable se adapta adapta a cualquier tipo de cuerpo. Miles de clientes satisfechos han convertido a Maxi Climber en el aparato de ejercicio número 1 en los más importantes portales de venta en línea. Pruébalo por tan solo $19.95 en esta oferta exclusiva para televisión. Pruébalo por 30 días en la comodidad de tu hogar. Y si no es el mejor y más efectivo equipo para hacer ejercicio en tu casa, te reembolsamos todo tu dinero, incluyendo los gastos de procesamiento y envío. Así es, una oferta irresistible solo por tiempo limitado. Llama ya o visita maxiclimber.com.
Madrid goes to La Rosaleda, searching for its 4th win in a row. Malaga versus Real Madrid, La Liga.
Matt, could you ask them to give me a call? No problem. Thank you. Hi, my name is Barbara Comerford. As some of you know, I'm a disability lawyer with more than 20 years' experience representing clients before the Social Security Administration and in the long-term disability insurance area. My dad was blind and disabled, so I understand how important these benefits are to families. We're now doing personal injury cases as well. Please call us. We're here to help. Thank you.
La pérdida de un ser querido es un momento devastador que puede ser muy confuso y estresante. La funeraria Barkin está aquí para ayudarle con arreglos dignos y respetuosos. Mario Barkin ha actuado con compasión ayudando a la comunidad durante 30 años. La funeraria Barkin es una empresa familiar lista para ayudar a su familia en su momento de necesidad. La funeraria Barkin cuenta con modernas instalaciones y amplias salas para recibir a los familiares y amigos. Permita que nuestra familia ayude a su familia. Funeraria Barkin en Gothenburg.
The Volkswagen halftime show continues as Barcelona a 2-1 lead on Sporting. Both goals by Lionel, who's in a record mood today. Barcelona looking to extend their record 30-game unbeaten run. It's Messi's 300th and Barcelona's 10,000th in La Liga.
And this is special. You do not want to let this guy get onto his left foot, as we all know. Wicked strike, bottom corner, 300th. And Messi celebrates, and rightly so. His balance, the ability to shift it onto that left foot, tremendous. And here's the breakaway for Sporting, the equalizer. 2 minutes later, the split pass here. And Menendez picks out Castro at the back post, who just gets away from Sergi Busquets. But it's all about the pass from Menendez.
Third goal of this season for Carlos Castro, who does just enough to beat Sergi Busquets at the back post. And then Lionel combining with Luis Suarez.
I think this is all too easy. Sporting players standing off their Barcelona counterparts. And when Luis Suarez plays it back for Lionel Messi, there's only one answer. There's the initial pass over the top. Interesting. Rakitic, Messi is in an offside position. That should have been called. It didn't go the way of Sporting when it falls back to Messi. The outside of the left boot. A wicked hit. And here just moments later again, Messi for the hat-trick. Cuellar with the save. And then Neymar doesn't rush it, picks his spot, and inches away from a third goal for Barcelona.
Sporting a little too close to the heat of the relegation battle, but they're holding their own at home against Barcelona at the break. The second half coming up after this.
Attention U.S. citizens and legal residents. Your Obamacare with government subsidy money is now available. Health insurance is guaranteed. If you are uninsured, underinsured, or struggling to pay for your health insurance, call now. Call the uninsured helpline to find out how much money you get from Obamacare. It's free.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. I talk to people every day who simply cannot afford health insurance. Healthcare reform has changed that, and now it's finally here. No one can be denied for a pre-existing condition, and there are significant subsidies to make coverage possible. To find out if you are eligible for a subsidy, call now.
Health insurance is guaranteed. Call to find out your health coverage options and the amount of your subsidy. Call now. It's free. Get the health insurance and subsidy you deserve. Call the free uninsured helpline now.
Call 800-791-4067. That's 800-791-4067. 800-791-4067. Welcome to the new era.
The best just got better.
Be in sport.
Be in sport.
Be in sport.
Be in sports.
The Global Sports Network.
Be in sport.
I think I've seen it all, but you haven't.
Right here on Being Sports.
It is Barcelona with a 2-1 lead at the break in their visit to El Molinón. The second half getting underway right after this. Stay with us.
I've got a small business, and everybody said you should be promoting it with Facebook.
Well, I use Facebook for myself, but I had no idea how to use it for my plumbing business.
Then I heard about web.com.
They told me they would build a professional Facebook page for my business free.
So I gave them a call.
And then they built me a Facebook page for free. I couldn't believe it.
If you call web.com now, you can have a new Facebook page built for your small business free. We even write posts for your Facebook page that will get people talking about you.
It's like I have this whole big social media department for my business.
Call now and web.com will build your new Facebook page free. Then we'll continue to bring you new fans, write posts for you, and report on results, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
Now people call me and say, I found you on Facebook. How cool is that?
You say it, we build it free.
Call 1-800-862-8706 today.
This is a Morgan & Morgan medical alert. Xarelto is a blood-thinning drug used to prevent blood clots and strokes in people with an irregular heartbeat. Unfortunately, many Xarelto users have developed internal bleeding resulting in severe injury or death. The dangerous effects of Xarelto cannot be reversed by simply giving another medication. If you've suffered complications while taking Xarelto, call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Set for his second half kickoff is Ricardo del Burgos Bengochea makes his final checks. Barcelona will be kicking off, moving from left to right on your screen. Up 2-1. A brace by Messi, who's now scored 4 against Sporting. Carlos Castro had pulled one back momentarily to level for Sporting Gijón, and we are underway in this second half with Barcelona yet to lose a game this La Liga season in which they've led. 20 times they've taken the lead, only twice were they forced to settle for a split of the points. Alongside Kevin Egan, I'm Andres Cordero. It is Barca moving from left to right on your screen with no changes to either side at the break.
A thoroughly enjoyable first half. Lionel Messi scoring a brace. I think in the second half now the application has to be absolutely perfect for Sporting to get anything from this game. An extremely young side, like we mentioned, 7 homegrown players. Lichnowsky at just 21 years of age, making his debut at the back for Sporting, and the on loan Barca player Halilovic in the centre midfield, just 19 years of age as well.
Kevin, not only is he a young player who's on loan and making his Sporting debut today, Lichnowsky, but on loan from Porto, where he wasn't playing for the full senior team. He was getting only a handful of minutes for Porto B. How about being handed your La Liga debut against the treble winners, Barcelona? Vidal, kept in play by Messi, a return pass for Messi over the top for Vidal. Streaking back Canella. Managing to get it away, but only as far as Lionel. Busquets. Controlled by Adriano with Arda Turan. Suarez for the run of Arda Turan. Neymar waiting at the heart of the 18. Arda just had it deflected by Lora. It's out for a corner kick. Barcelona.
And Arda Turan was looking for someone to make that check back run here. It's a class ball from Suarez. Look at the balance here from Arda Turan. Now he's looking for that run across the 6. Didn't see it, so chose to try and drill it in towards goal.
Only the second Barcelona corner this match, and it's taken short with Neymar. Swung into the back post for Suarez. Piqué! Well, he did terrifically well just to get a touch on that ball, but it's not enough to beat Cuellar. What a goal that would have been. Messi on a hat trick, edge of the 18, dispossessed by Lichnowsky. And the youngster brings his hands together in prayer.
And finally, Piqué can retreat back into a defensive position. The big defender goes up and does so well to win the ball. All eyes on the football, Piqué. Tremendously talented, technical footballer as well.
And it's Menendez who jumps with Piqué and maybe catches the studs across his back. Here's Suarez for Messi. Tried to return the ball. Neymar's dispossessed. Into the middle, Nacho Cáceres. Through traffic. Taken away by Busquets. Turan. It's Omar Mascarell, the Real Madrid loanee, who commits the foul. Suarez into the 18. Neymar alongside. Last touch by Luis Suarez, and a goal kick for Cuellar.
The attendance, 28,000, just over that. Capacity stadium of 30,000. One of the best supported teams in terms of the percentages of how you can pack your crowd. It was 7th. It has been 7th over the past decade in Spanish, top-flight Spanish football.
El Molinón, by the way, one of the few stadiums in Spain where we've not seen Gerard Piqué whistled. Here's Neymar. Could you imagine the Spanish press's reaction if he scores a chilena, an overhead kick? Here's Vidal. Back into the middle, expecting Messi to be around the penalty spot. A chance for Sporting to break. Given away in the end. Castro not able to link up. Out of that. Alilovic sliding into the tackle with Suarez and committing the foul.
Alilovic rips through the sock of Luis Suarez. Seemed to catch the leg of the Uruguayan, who's not happy about that at all. Alilovic won the ball first. He was the follow through that caught Suarez.
Took a little stab at it at the end, but Suarez slow to get up and still a bit bothered right around the shin area. Piqué. Mentioned the players across Europe who have double-digit goals and double-digit assists this season. No one had done it in Spain until Luis Suarez got his 2 assists today. What a ball for Suarez, but he's offside.
That has to be close, Andres. Let's see that another time. Look at the run here of Luis Suarez, and when the ball is played, oh, he is offside. Just too fast. Once more, a class pass from Neymar.
Putting on a passing clinic today, Neymar. A disparity in terms of the passes linked quite directly to the disparity in possession. Barcelona over 80%. Vidal played forward for Rakitic. Messi in the middle.
The MSN this season have now combined for 55 goals and 26 assists in the Liga.
Arda Turan. Neymar. Suarez. Chip for Neymar. Coming off his line is Cuellar to collect. He's been quick to react, Pichu. And you could argue it should be a hat-trick for Messi, if not for a terrific save from the former Atleti youth. Piqué absorbing that bump with Carlos Castro. Might have just had the wind knocked out of him. What was that about, not hearing the whistles?
I was just going to say. Yeah, it was the left arm, I think, of Castro that did come through on Piqué, as we see that move one more time. Sprightly goalkeeping from Cuellar. Once more, the central defenders getting wide. Busquets dropping into a playmaker role from deep, and Sporting retreating.
Rakitic changing directions, played back across for Matthew. Adriano. There's Arda Turan alongside. Here's Arda with Neymar. Not the most accurate pass, and Neymar unable to corral it. Vidal stepping forward. Vidal with options. And his options evaporate. Streaking down the middle was Meret. Chance now Halilovic against Matthew. The Frenchman wins the battle. Alan Halilovic. Well, that's going to sting a little. Struck in the head here, Sergi Busquets. From very close range. A powerful left foot of Alan Halilovic.
Huge credit to the referee. Instantly recognizing it is a head injury. Calling for medical assistance right away. No hesitation whatsoever. Oof.
Special attention paid now to potential concussions throughout all of the top European leagues.
And here in the US with Major League Soccer as well. It's something that has been brought to our attention, certainly here in the US with American football as well.
Well, just in case, it's Javier Mascherano who's warming up. Dramatically different role, even if he can play the same position. Mascherano, who arrived a defensive midfielder and has been used predominantly as a center back at Barcelona. Cutting inside here, Menendez finding a pocket of space. Swung in across. Chance from a long way out. Nacho Casillas straight into the hands of Bravo. Well, it wasn't a bad try for Mascarell.
And Sporting applying a lot more pressure now. Look at the want to get forward. Busquets has yet to come back onto the field. Here's that chance one more time. Mascarell from distance. Hits it beautifully. Just looking for that to go a couple of yards away from Bravo in goal.
Messi. Every touch seems to be historic from Lionel as he shatters the records. Still only 28 years old. Smack in the middle of his prime is Lionel. Chipped over for Suarez. Suarez! Cleared away inside the 6 by Lichnowsky. Headed down for Neymar. It's over the bar.
And Cuellar not happy with Luis Suarez at all, who Suarez nearly pushed him to the ground when the ball had come back out, and the Uruguayan pleads his case. What a pass for Messi. And Suarez does so well. Now when this play develops here, you'll see Suarez brush Cuellar to the ground, who gets back up. But Pichu not happy. That is sensational from Messi. Similar pass to the one that opened the gap for Suarez against Celta Vigo to score the second goal for Barcelona on Sunday. And Suarez actually drags Cuellar back up. Nice that the two can laugh about it afterwards.
And Cuellar wasn't laughing at first, but ultimately found the humor in it. It was smart of Luis Suarez. He didn't bump him to the ground, but he did make his presence felt. Arda Turan.
It's interesting, when Sergi Busquets went off, We saw Mascherano warming up. There really is no direct replacement for Sergi Busquets in this Barcelona team. And certainly with Andres Iniesta on the bench, you'd feel that that might be the most natural replacement, and have him with all his experience tuck in and play that role. And Sergio Roberto was given a rest from the squad today. He did not travel. He's played in that role recently, although in my opinion not to great effect. I don't think there's a direct replacement at all for Sergi Busquets.
Well, we've seen in the absence of Busquets, Luis Enrique has changed the entire system in the past. There's Halilovic streaking into the 18. Alan Halilovic taken down inside the 18 by Matthew. Not interested, de Burgos Bengoechea. The referee had a good view of it. Play allowed to continue. And it may well just be played out here as Halilovic still down. And the ball still alive as Barcelona have kept it alive. Is Arda Turan back for Aleix Vidal, Rakitic.
It's causing all sorts of controversy now on the pitch as we see Halilovic.
It's Arda Turan who's picked his pocket from behind. Is it clean? Indeed.
That's a really good tackle. Arda Turan winning the ball. Just puts his foot in front here, takes possession of the football, and in the end, does Halilovic come in on... Yeah, Halilovic kicks back through the right foot of Arda Turan. It's a wonderfully timed tackle from Arda.
Meanwhile, Casas laid back for Lichnowsky. Passed it forward. He expected someone to be making the run. Maybe that's the lack of experience along with these other 10 teammates.
It was also the pressure that Luis Suarez was putting on the youngster, forcing him to turn over possession of the football.
Meanwhile, Busquets no longer seeing the cartoon birds floating around his head, back on the pitch and getting around Halilovic. Here's Piqué. Slightly different look to the second half from Sporting. They did use Halilovic as a false 9 for the first 45 minutes. It's now Carlos Castro who's furthest forward for the home side.
And with Sporting sitting back so much, Barcelona now have 80% of the football throughout this game.
Neymar, Suarez laid off. Neymar had an option to play Vidal through. Used him as a decoy. Casas does slip it through for Halilovic. Long diagonal ball played forward, but not making the run. It was Menendez on the near side.
And Barcelona will know they have to put this game out of sight. They'll have memories of matches earlier in the season against Valencia late on. They got an equaliser at home, pegged back with 2 goals scored by Deportivo La Coruña.
Neymar, Messi, Lionel, toying with his marker, leaves it for Neymar. Himself now dispossessed. And it's only Castro against Piqué. Shrugged off by the Spanish international. Blasted forward for Neymar. Neymar's there against Cuellar. Tripped up. It's a penalty. No hesitation from the Burgos Bengoechea as he points to the spot. It's silly from Cuellar. It looked as though the ball may be getting away from Neymar. And a yellow card for DeSantis. Jorge Mere goes in the book.
The Sportingistas are absolutely furious with this decision. 5-6 seconds earlier, they felt there should have been a free kick awarded to Castro for what they felt was a foul by Piqué. And now, straight away, the central defender plays a ball over the top to the onrushing Neymar. And that is silly, Andres. I think you're spot on. That is naive. It's clearly a penalty. Neymar gets to the ball first. And Cuellar comes across and takes out the right leg of Neymar. There's no need for that.
And now things get interesting.
Absolutely, a glorious opportunity. And it looks like Suarez will be the man to take it.
Penalty scored on Messi's quote-unquote miss against Celta. A chance to take it directly now, Luis Suarez. La Liga's top scorer this season has been denied by Cuellar. He guessed right, got both gloves on it, and Suarez denied from the spot.
And why was Suarez taking it? Because Neymar has had his woes from the penalty spot. He's missed 5 in a Barcelona jersey. Before the penalty over the weekend against Celta Vigo, Lionel Messi had missed 2 in his last 4. Now Luis Suarez steps up and misses. Incredibly, in La Liga this season, there's been 43 penalties scored and 20 missed.
Well, for Barcelona, all competitions, they've now missed exactly half of the penalties they've taken. Now, that includes the quote-unquote miss against Celta, in which Messi laid it off for Suarez. But it's 8 misses on 16 attempts in all competitions. Here's Neymar, chip for Messi, chested down on the bump for Mede. It's a legal challenge. Pablo Perez. Halilovic. Swung across for Menendez against Vidal. Menendez shoots. No danger for Claudio Bravo.
Once more, good lively action. Menendez involved. It's incredible, Andres. Just over 30% of penalties this season in La Liga have been missed. Compare that to 21% in the Bundesliga, 13% in the Premier League. What is going wrong from the spot in Spain?
And particularly for Barcelona.
And that's why, look, you can make a statistical argument to say that you could have no problem with what Barcelona did over the weekend against Celta Vigo.
So Suarez should have laid it off for Neymar now.
Absolutely.
Rakitic combining with Vidal. Under pressure is maybe Sporting starting to believe. Just under 30 minutes left to play at El Molinón. Wonderful reaction from the crowd every time Halilovic touches the ball. Neymar nearly losing his footing, keeping the ball. Adriano. Messi unmarked. Neymar. Messi. Suarez. Neymar. Just poked away by Lichnowsky.
And it's that sort of committed defending now that's getting the fans on their feet once more. They're excited by what they're seeing from the home team.
Matthew just getting enough of a touch as Halilovic trying to split between Matthew and Busquets. This time it was Adriano who's caught very far upfield, and Sporting know almost from memory they could play that ball into either wing, get it in behind Vidal or Adriano, and there will be space. Try and create a counter-attack. Here's Vidal. Jordi Alba rested, by the way. Not included on the call-up and not available on the bench today. Along with Sergi Roberto. And Douglas, Sandro, and Jordi Masip also out on coach's decision for Barcelona. Messi.
It's important that Luis Enrique rests certain players given the schedule that they have. Barcelona won't receive a week off until the build-up to the Clásico in April against Real Madrid. But I do feel, and I've said it before, the one player I don't think they can afford to rest here is Busquets. He will continue to play Neymar, Messi and Suarez because they want to play. But Busquets, when he didn't play recently against Levante, I think you could see that void in the team.
Good ball by Piqué. Suarez onto the path of Vidal. He's fired up. What a minute. You mentioned it before, the youngsters getting to start in central defense. Lichnowsky just 21 years old, Mede 18. And here comes the first substitution for El Pitu. It is going to be Johnny ready to check in. He's one of the regular starters. In fact, this will be only his second appearance off the bench for the 24-year-old. Busquets along diagonal for Vidal. Settled for Rakitic. Vidal. And it's hit off of Menendez. to your point about Busquets being seemingly irreplaceable, when he was absent just a few games ago, Luis Enrique opted for a three-man backline. Vidal in the space for Suarez. Suarez under pressure. Suarez on his left. Suarez! What a strike by La Liga's Pichichi in the 67th minute. Luis Suarez, his 24th goal. And cushion for Barcelona, both in the match and on the table.
Phenomenal persistence from Suarezito. Takes it onto the left foot, and this is simply unstoppable. He's allowed turn, which should never be the case. Naive defending from Sporting Gijón. And when Suarez turns, he uses the defender simply as his reference point and puts that away and off the post for his 24th goal. Moves level now with Gonzalo Higuaín over at Napoli as the top marksman in European football. That's a goal and 2 assists now. Not a bad day's work for Suarez, after missing a penalty as well.
Involved in all 3 of Barcelona's goals. Now 3 goals clear of Cristiano Ronaldo at the top of the Pichichi table as well. And Sporting looking to pull one back. It's Vidal now in possession. There's a substitution. It's Carlos Castro who's sacrificed, and Johnny who comes on. Been involved in 6 goals, Johnny. He's scored 2 himself, the other 4 assists. And it's a double switch as Isma Lopez also checks in.
We've seen it a lot lately with players maybe making little errors, mistakes, or big chances missed and bounce back for their team. Saúl for Atletico Madrid bounced back after turning over the ball in a costly area and conceding a goal to score for Atleti. John Obi Mikel yesterday in the Champions League for Chelsea against Paris Saint-Germain, and today Luis Suarez misses a penalty and just a few minutes later produces a moment of pure class.
Similar in some ways, Neymar's attempt earlier that hit off the top 90 after Messi was denied what would have been his 3rd. Johnny, the newcomer, dispossessed by Piqué, still kept in play by the veteran. And last touch by Johnny. It'll be a goal kick for Claudio Bravo. They've been made to work for it, Barcelona, and it's been a brave Sporting in front of them. And we've seen some sensational goals from Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. 20 minutes left to play at El Molinón. Busquets. Arda Turan. And down under some discomfort is Neymar. Sporting chipped over the top. Piqué forced to come across. And puts out the fire.
We saw Cristiano Ronaldo take hold of the top scorer in Spain just briefly, ever so briefly, for less than 24 hours. And then Luis Suarez popped up with a hat-trick against Celta Vigo, and now again today, with Higuaín leading the way for the Capo Canieri in Italy, and Suarez now for the Pichichi, both on 24 goals. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on that one.
Awfully South American at the top of La Liga and Serie A. Hard to imagine anyone catching Gonzalo Higuaín, and if anyone would, it would be Dybala, who's also an Argentine, just behind him. Here's Messi on his left foot. Messi to the back post. Arda Turan tried to pass it into the net. Might have been between two minds. Suarez lurking at the near post.
I was thinking the same thing, Andres. As soon as he hit it, it looked nearly like he was trying to pass it to Suarez, who is in an onside position.
Pablo Perez, by the way, the man sacrificed for Isma Lopez, who's a left back who will play on the left wing. Maybe a chance that Abelardo might just be trying to stop the bleeding. Goal difference could play a factor at the end of the season, and Sporting not a side that scored too many goals, neither in La Liga nor in the second division last season. It was one of the remarkable things about their promotion to the top flight. Scored a little over a goal per game. Neymar has a go. Cuellar denies him. Arda Turan back across, and an embarrassing shot from the Turkish international.
These are the moments. We're approaching the minutes where Barcelona have been the most productive this season. They're so physically fit. They're just coming in waves now at Sporting. And if they're to have any hope in this game at all, they have to continue what they were doing at the start of the second half.
Forward for Halilovic. Here's Johnny against Piqué. Not a bad touch, but help in the way in the form of Matthew.
Deceptively quick, Jeremy Matthew. There's that pace once more to come across and help out Piqué.
Rakitic. Always the simple passes he found out of the Turan. Here's Messi with Neymar alongside, taking on all of the Sporting defense. Neymar, Messi, Neymar, taken down by Lora at the edge of the 18. Play allowed to continue, no foul given. Vidal into the middle, Halilovic. Canella and Menendez. Rakitic. And that's been part of the reason why Rakitic has been so often chosen ahead of Arda Turan. First half of the season because Arda wasn't available, but since then it's that defensive work, the willingness to get in behind in the space that was vacated by the fullback and cut out the opposition's chance. Here comes Sporting's third and final substitution. It's Menendez who will make his way off, and it's Alex Barrera who checks in. He's played only 19 minutes all season in La Liga. Alex Barrera, the 24-year-old, a handful of minutes against Eibar and Getafe, a significantly tougher challenge now against Barcelona.
Menendez worked so hard throughout. Had two really good shots throughout the game too, but defensively was very honest in his duties.
Halilovic, rather Rakitic, future Halilovic, if you like. How would you like to have Croatia's midfield? Rakitic, Halilovic, Luka Modric, Milan Badel of Fiorentina, Mateo Kovacic of Real Madrid. My goodness. All they need is Pep Guardiola to line up all of those midfielders at the same time. Messi. Rakitic. He can fire from there. This time he's played the ball across for Arda Turan. Neymar. Arda. Splitting two defenders. Arda. This is what he does best. And he's been dispossessed. Lichnowsky. Entering for the debutant. Shrugging off markers. And it's given away in the end is Jeremy Matthew without a real challenge.
You mentioned the country that man will play for, Halilovic. It's incredible, the midfield talent, like you mentioned, Andres. And also players like Perisic, Brozovic, that will have to be in the discussion to start at the European Championships as well this summer.
And the Inter duo. Messi, forward for Suarez. It's a foot race. Suarez, Cuellar comes across to deny him.
He's had a really good game. Cuellar, the experienced campaigner at the back, just in behind two extremely young and inexperienced central defenders. Makes his job so much more difficult. But quick feet to beat Suarez to the ball, made himself big. Well played.
Quarter of an hour left to play at El Molinón. Sporting 1, Barcelona 3. Messi's goal in the 25th minute. Carlos Castro pulled the home side level in the 27th before Messi, after scoring his 300th, scored Barcelona's 10,000th. And it's Johnny's attempted crosses blocked, still in play for Vidal. Rakitic. And then after missing a penalty, Luis Suarez converts his 24th goal of the season. It's now 3-1 Barca. Isma Lopez. He's that blocked by Piqué. This is Sporting's first corner kick of the match. The 77th minute. As Johnny takes it, left-footed effort toward the heart of the 18. Isma Lopez combining, appealing for a handball. They're allowed to continue. Suarez for the run of Arda Turan. In traffic, spotted Lionel Messi. Arda will get a second effort. Back to Suarez. Further still for Vidal. Now Piqué.
Looking at the cross there from Sporting, there seems to be a perception out there that Barcelona are somehow vulnerable at defending some set plays. They've got Piqué, obviously, Busquets, but aside from that, they don't really concede too many crosses in games. They're very good at closing down crosses, as we see. A tough challenge on Busquets. But Barcelona this season have only conceded 1 goal from a header in La Liga play. And speaks to the tenacious defensive ability of the likes of Jordi Alba and Dani Alves, Alice Vidal as well.
It's only the second yellow card handed out by the Burgos Bengoechea today. The first one was to Mede for dissent.
It really hasn't been an aggressive game in any way. Sporting are sitting back. Oftentimes throughout the first half, I felt they admired Barcelona a little bit too much.
Neymar looking for Rakitic over the top. Lora marking him closely. Cassis gets it away quickly for Johnny. Not a bad ball forward. There's Canella trying to get around Vidal. He's done well against Vidal, but Piqué there for cover. Piqué hearing the footsteps. Trapping the ball exceptionally well. Remember, he was a center forward in his very, very early days in La Masia. Here's Messi, trademark right to left. Suarez, the return pass lacking. It was Busquets who picked up that yellow card.
Sublime defending from Piqué. Not for the first time this evening. Well timed. Great interception.
Well, it's 3 against 6. Neymar goes for goal and misses by some distance. 40 goals now in all competitions for Luis Suarez. That's 40 goals in 36 games. #1 in goals, #1 in assists in La Liga. He's been involved in more goals than any player across the top 5 European leagues. And a video surfacing earlier this week of Suarez during his Ajax days, where he said his dream was to play in Barcelona. He's living the dream, and in some ways. Well, shortly after picking up that yellow card, Sergi Busquets will make way. And it's Javier Mascherano who will step into the midfield.
And that will not be an easy game for Barcelona away at Las Palmas without Busquets. But crucially for them, in many ways, that's on a Saturday, this coming Saturday. The following Tuesday, they go to London and play Arsenal in the Champions League. And maybe, just maybe, having a fresh Busquets will benefit them in that sense.
Meanwhile, Marc Bartra will check in as Arda Turan makes way, and that does mean Mascherano will be in the middle. His original defensive midfield role, where he still stars for Argentina. Marc Bartra, a player in desperate need of minutes. He's made only 8 appearances coming into this game and only 3 starts. Hopefully the final 10 minutes.
Abelardo, I think rightly frustrated with the official there. Rakitic played the ball in behind him, expecting the run, maybe a Messi or Suarez. It wasn't to be. stopped in his tracks, looked at the referee, who gave him a free kick.
Here's Mascherano's first touch. He has out of the alongside. And instead, wide left to Adriano. Bartra. Just like Busquets, there's Mascherano dropping in between the two center backs. Matthew. Vidal leaves it for Messi. The return pass for Vidal. Options to cross into Vidal. Keeps it in play. What a lack of danger as it trickles toward Cuellar.
This has been such a straightforward second half for Barcelona. And I don't think they're being complacent in any way. I don't really think they've taken their foot off the gas in any way. I just think they have managed the match very well. They're 2 goals up, 8 minutes to play, and cruising. And why use up any more energy if they don't need to at this point? You're going to go on, win the game comfortably, holding on to the ball very well. And like I've mentioned previously, with such a packed schedule, a match again on Saturday, then on Tuesday against Arsenal, then have to play Sevilla, notoriously tough opponent, on Sunday. It's about match management for Barcelona.
Difficult schedule ahead as well for Sporting, not necessarily in terms of the competition, but in terms of what it might mean. And that is a trio of relegation rivals as they will next take on Betis, who are 14th on the table, Espanyol 17th, and Granada 19th. Betis and Granada games away from home. The Espanyol match will be right here at El Molinón. Meanwhile, 7 minutes left to play. Sporting goal would make it interesting. Arda. Mascherano. Bartra plays it in for Messi. Rakitic dispossessed. Good cover by Mascarell. Real Madrid Castilla man plays Johnny on. Sliding across is Bartra. He's arguing Johnny was last to touch it. It's been given the other way.
What a wonderful 2 legs that promises to be against Arsenal. 2 teams that play such wonderful football.
Blasted into orbit by Cuellar. Mascarell mistiming his jump. Vidal in a battle. What a flick that was.
Crucially for Arsenal, they've got Alexis Sanchez back and fit, former Barcelona man.
Here's our Miller Lite player progress report. The player focus, Alan Halilovic and Luis Suarez, and all Suarez has done. He did miss a penalty, but he's added his 40th goal in all competitions, becoming just the 3rd Barcelona player all time to reach that mark in a single season. It's not bad company. The only other 2 were Lionel Messi and the Brazilian Ronaldo.
We look at passing and pass completion rates, and the main man, Sergi Busquets, has gone off. 94 passes, 97% pass completion rate, and I think that speaks a lot to...
Unreal.
It is, but I think it speaks a lot to the pressure that he was under in this game. He got a little bit frustrated with 1 or 2 late tackles, but aside from that, he was allowed to play his game.
Johnny, as Rakitic comes across, the ball's made its way forward for Isma Lopez. Nacho Cáceres, Halilovic. Five minutes left to play in regulation. Here's Halilovic. Well, why not have a goal? Doesn't trouble Claudio Bravo in the end.
Similar to Lionel Messi in the first half, just takes it onto the left foot. Nowhere near troubling Bravo, who has not had much to do at all today, certainly in the second half.
Johnny cutting back inside on Vidal, looking for an option, slipped it through, but not on the same page. And the ball harmlessly finds its way to Claudio Bravo.
And I wonder, was Canea in an offside position? Certainly he suggested that he was by not even attempting to go for it. I think for Barcelona and Sporting alike, they'll be really happy to just get this fixture over with.
Mascherano trying to chip it over the back of the defense. Neymar over the top of the defender.
For Sporting, they don't want the hope, that the thought of that game, the potential of points hanging over them. They want to see where they lie amongst the other teams that are trying to avoid relegation. And for Barcelona, just to open up that gap now of 6 points, and like you mentioned previously, Andres, basically meaning 7, given that they have the head-to-head over Atleti and that first crushing of Real Madrid in the bank already.
Well, assuming that, and it's a brave assumption, that they both win out, Madrid and Barcelona, Barca could actually afford to lose that second Clásico by a small margin and still hold a tiebreaker over Real Madrid. Here's Bartra. Barcelona all but certainly extending their club record to 31 games without a loss in all competitions. Have to go back to early October to undefeated Sevilla's Sanchez Pizjuan. The last time they dropped all 3 points. Good switch here for Vidal. Laid off for Lionel. Messi in traffic. Messi with Suarez. Messi against 2. Proved to be too much in the end. Barcelona a bit stretched here as Sporting pour forward. It's a poor ball. Inside the final 120 seconds.
This will be Barcelona's 7th straight win in La Liga. They went through that little dodgy spell, drawing against Valencia, against Deportivo, against Espanyol, dropping 6 points in the space of 4 games. But it's been utterly convincing since then. At times, yes, they've given up chances, but that has been in many ways a signature of Luis Enrique's teams, certainly of late in this season. Celta Vigo, in getting an absolute thumping by 6-1, had 10 shots and looked dangerous throughout the match against Barcelona, certainly for the first 60 minutes.
Neymar spotted the run of Rakitic, delivered, and well read by the Sporting defense. Cutting back inside Johnny, the substitute against Vidal once more. No help alongside. Hit back into the middle for Mascarell. Lora leaves it for Halilovic. A brace by Lionel Messi. And goal by Luis Suarez. And he's bumped off the ball, Lora.
Nothing wrong with that in my book. Lora needs to be tougher. That's good physical play. Just both players leaning into each other, I think. Shoulder to shoulder. Solid defending from Adriano.
Three minutes tacked on as we have just about breached the 90. And here's Messi. And also has gone against Sporting a free kick and the yellow card. Professional foul, tactical foul if you like. It's going to go against Canea. It's his 4th yellow this season. His first game back from a growing injury. Hadn't played since week 12 in La Liga. November game against Levante. Does just reach out against Lionel. Busquets, the only Barca player to pick up a yellow today. Meret and Canea, the left side of that Sporting back 4 in the book. Arda Turan. Neymar. Mascherano asking for it. Neymar has other ideas. Messi magnetizing the ball. Messi dancing his way through traffic, just taking a deflection, and Cuellar could not keep it in play. Corner kick from the near side. very few corners in this contest. It'll be just a third for Barcelona. Sporting have taken only one. Johnny winning the ball back, but still in possession. Mascherano poking it out of play. Well, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid have been put on notice, as that's beyond the reach of Johnny. Up until now, it looked very tight, very close to the top of the table. There was always that but Barcelona have a game in hand.
Well, Luis Suarez has moved to 24 goals today, but I wouldn't rule out Lionel Messi just yet. A brace today, up to 15 goals in La Liga this season.
And closing in on Neymar, who's on 17.
Very difficult to call who's going to win that and finish in order when you consider the BBC at Real Madrid. Cristiano Ronaldo on 21, Benzema on 19.
Job done for getting all 90 minutes today. That will do it at El Molino in Barcelona. The club record unbeaten run extended to 31 games to be tested in Las Palmas on Saturday before returning to Champions League football next week. For Sporting, they stay a little too close to the relegation zone for comfort, but it's Barca 6 points clear at the top of the table.
Friends embrace at the end of the match. Abelardo and Luis Enrique. The match played out as expected. Sporting got back into the game through Castro after Lionel Messi had put the away side 1-0 up. But combination play between Suarez and Messi meant that Barcelona comfortably in the end take 3 points from Sporting Gijón.
A fan asking for Arda Turan's shirt in the stands. There was also a banner that said, "Messi, you're finished. Come play at Sporting." And Napa 91st minute, pure quality on display from the visiting side today, and Lionel Messi providing most of the attacking spark early on.
This is top class. Just watch the pass. Oh no, this is the one from Messi, the first one of the game, when the little shimmy and the shake, takes it onto the left boot. Vintage Messi from distance, generates so much power with that left foot of his. No deflection on the ball whatsoever, just excellent placement. And then just moments later, lightning fast break. It's played out to Menendez, and watch Castro here at the back post. Great run, stays onside, evades Sergi Busquets and Bravo in goal, and tucks it home. The Sportingistas celebrate. The home side were level. And Barcelona, could they respond? Well, the answer was yes. It was 3 goals in 6 minutes. This in the 31st minute. And the ball is played back out to Lionel Messi. Rifles it home for his second of the game. And Barcelona's response to Sporting's equaliser. Questions of offside, and we have every right to question it because Messi was in an offside position as the ball was played. It wasn't called from the official. It should have been. The ball was clearly passed to Lionel Messi. But when it was played back from Suarez,
there was a missed penalty by Suarez in the 62nd minute. 5 minutes later, this.
And this for me is just top class from Luis Suarez. His 24th of the season, but defensively very poor. How do you allow Luis Suarez turn and face goal inside the area like that? His persistence means the ball falls to him on the left foot, and he makes no mistake. Arnapa, pura calidad.
Seven wins on the trot for Barcelona. 6 points clear at the top of the La Liga table as Barca continue to roll for potentially another league title. They'll be back in Champions League football a week from now. But for now, it's all eyes on Las Palmas and Betis, the next two opponents for Barcelona and Sporting respectively. For Kevin Egan, I'm Andres Cordero. Thanks as always for spending your time with us on BN Sports. And thanks for watching La Liga. A look at the post-game celebrations all around as Lionel Messi, wearing the captain's armband today, scoring his 300th La Liga goal, the all-time leading goal scorer in the Spanish top flight, then went on to add his 301st, which was number 10,000 for Barcelona. Meanwhile, Alex Vidal speaking to the sideline reporters.
A lot of people say that this win makes the league much closer. You've even got half the league in the pocket.
I think saying that's a little bit exaggerated, but it is true that we'd all be happy to have this advantage at this stage, especially with the two big teams that are behind us, Madrid and Atletico, 6, 7 behind us. Wanted to come here and get 3 points, and that's what we did.
You're going to Las Palmas, and if you win, you'll have gone a whole half of the season without losing.
Well, I've said it a lot of times, the good thing about this team is that we're all going in the same direction. We're all on the same ship. And if you go like that, it's impossible for things not to work for you.
It's been a hard game. Sporting defended really well and had their chances too.
Oh, we know that coming to Molinón isn't easy. These are teams that are more humble and they make life very difficult for you because they've got more motivation. And that's what they proved today. They didn't have too many chances, but they didn't need many to score a goal. But the team continued as it always did. We had the game under control at all times. And in the end, we take 3 important points.
Messi scored 300 goals now for Barca, 10,000 goals for Barca in the league. Can Messi be stopped?
Well, everyone can see that from outside, but when we're on the pitch, we're all very happy to have him in the changing room with us and on the pitch with us. And it's nothing that surprises us because he's proved for many years that he's the best in the world.
Thanks very much, Alex.
That'll do it for our broadcast. Thanks as always for watching La Liga on beIN Sports. A 3-1 win for Barcelona. No longer a game in hand. And now 6 clear at the top.
I'll be right back. Be good.
Text Mom. Boys have been really good today. Send. Let's get Marcus' own cell phone.
Nice. Brad could use a new bike. Send.
Message. You decide. They're your kids.
Why are you guys texting Grandma?
It was him.
App Connect on the newly redesigned Volkswagen Passat.
Right now, you can get a $1,000 President's Day bonus on new 2015 or 2016 Passat, Jetta, or Tiguan models.
And we're back at Cricket Wireless. Switch and get a brand new LG Rizio for $19.99. Or take a spin with the Samsung Galaxy Grand Prime for $29.99. Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about.
Ay, qué resaca. Necesito un caldo de camarón ya. ¿Hermana?
Tota, eres crudo. Por favor, esta vez toma nota, porque todos los domingos es lo mismo.